Gonna do a What's in the Shed Part 4. I did miss stuff. That's the stereo I had going. I got this for a wedding gift in 1987 from my brother. And still got the remnants of 1987 and 90s. Oh. Didn't really mean to leave this out in the weather, but it happens. You know what I mean? Never knew what I was going to listen to. I think that cooler's from Texas. I don't remember. All of the CD cases are empty. This is a briefcase with some vacuum cleaner attachments. I don't remember. Oh yeah. Yep. Ha. All right. Yeah. There's the CDs. Oh boy. More CDs. Got MP3 and YouTube now. Don't need no darn CDs, right? There's a vacuum that went to those. Looking that's a mouse mess now. I don't know. This just fell in. Varmints get in here and bury everything, digging bins back here. There's an air compressor back here that's super old. Can you guys see it? I had windows screwed to this wall so that it sealed it off a little bit, but the storm made mincemeat out of it. Yeah, there's that compressor. It ran, but it had holes in the... My wife's grandpa left it here. I dug it out 15 years ago and it ran, but it had holes in the tank, so I didn't mess with it. It's a container. Nothing in it. That is from 2012. I don't know why I put that up there. High Trestle Trail, maybe? I don't know. Renowned pony breed, citywide garage sales. Seems like that's old now, but it's really not. Put some more up there. My old coffee pot from when I'd camp out here. One time I had a storm come up while I was camping out here and I put a tent. I stashed the tent in here and it sucked the tent out and had it wrapped around a fence on the other side of the yard, so that didn't work. There's a possum from 2 years ago. I think he got old or cold. I don't remember. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think I pretty much covered this old place. Not much to look at here anymore. Golf clubs I got at the Salvation Army or Goodwill. There, that ought to save them. All lunch pail. Small blow dart gun. A whole bunch of extra stuff. I don't do anything anymore, but I got so much stuff. Let's just say I don't work anymore, really. Find the need. I work for myself. It's not very windy, so I thought I'd come over to the spooky barn. There's a cat. It thinks I'm cornering it. This is where they play and hunt during the day, I believe. Whoa, there it goes. I don't know what is down there. Never really looked. That's an old water system of some sort under there. He let cattle feed and water and stay here. He co-ranched some cattle and rented his farmland out to the neighbors to farm. And they had cattle. This used to be a loft. It fell down and then the wall fell down on it. There's part of the loft still up there. Some old tires. .670 by 15s. Tractor. I cut a whole bunch of trees out from around here. I'm picking at rocks now. I can't find cool enough rocks. There's so many. But I cut down all these cedar trees around this corner. This tree line used to be kept completely clean, and I let it grow out in the last 15 years. But this corner is holding up real well. It's a cat house that her grandpa made. Kind of fell over. Another tire. Roll of hose. Don't know what this is. Cattle used to stick their head through there to feed or to drink or whatever, and it was feed bunk. We had a renter renting some space out of here, and when we kicked him out, he left a whole bunch of stuff. We did a flea market. Left a whole bunch of worthless stuff, I should say. Oh, here goes the wind. Oh, there goes another cat. I want to save that feed bunk. I don't know how, but I'm going to save that feed bunk. The other one's over there rotten. But here's some of my extra lumber. And then there's all this lumber. These are scaffolding for putting planks across and leaning up against the building to paint with. They're like outdated. That's a nice little place for cats to hide. I was going to say rats. Nice place for the cats to hide in. They sit on that hay. There's a lot of good timbers in here though. They're very old hand-hewn railroad leftovers from World War II. It was World War II. World War II. He had to use what he could get in World War II. So, whoa. Yep, there's still some big wood in here. But take you over to the other side if I can do that without any trouble. I've taken a lot of wood out of here. There's a door right here. This was just plumb stacked with wood. Here's where they brought the cow to either milk a cow or maybe vaccinate them. Looks like they had a spot for 2 animals. Little gate to close there. But it looks like they had a spot for 2 animals. Stick their head in there and close it off. Maybe milk them. Maybe give them a vaccination. I don't know. Seems like that's what that was for. Got a lot of 2x2s, railing wood. Another wood I saved and just kind of forgot about it here. There's the electric fence power. Hasn't been used in many years. That's an oldie. Tried to sell those, nobody wants them. I guess they're cheap. But wood, it's a surplus of wood. A bunch of leftover stuff from that renter. And I think that was her grandpa's stuff right here, I'm not sure. But that renter had stuff laying everywhere. Sandbags in here. I scooped most of the sand out now. But, when I moved in here, this door there was a door here that would close, and it is gone, man. It is gone. The doorway itself, one half of it's there. Boy, hasn't been electric in here for years. I'm trying to stay out of the wind over here, but it's not going to happen. Gotta watch out for nails and try to do camera work. The barbed wire fence just kind of gave up. Gave up the ghost. That tree got it. But yeah, she's like to get that weather vane, that lightning rod, but you tell me how. This has to be a nice little loft for them kittens up in there. Probably where they stay. But yeah, this used to be a milking area or a feeding area, and there was a gate over here, gate right between these over here. But I'd like to say this wall, I'm going to drag this wall out of here. I'm going to drag this wood out of here one of these days. I'd like to salvage some of it. You can build a lot of stuff. Same with all this wood. Wow, it is tilting in, boy. I tell you what. Whew. It's got a buckle to it. A bunch of wood up there. Here's that other feed bunk. It was standing up and the roof leaked on it and it fell over. When it started leaking on it, I cut the other one loose and laid it down right there. I was planned on just cutting a hole in the wall and dragging it out, but I don't know. Might just drag it through all that and drag it out this door. This door will still open. No, maybe it won't. That's in a heck of a bind. Heck, the door might be holding the building up. I don't know. But this wall here is where it began. 70-mile-an-hour wind blew this wall off the foundation, and we gathered insurance for it and let it go. She is bad. But there's a lot of wood in there. Same with that other one. There's another cat over on the lawnmower ramp. They're everywhere if you look carefully. I don't know what else is interesting around here. Not much. I forget what I forgot. I used this thing for years. I would use it outside to blow bugs away from me or stay cool in the summer. Put it in the garage to run a brake to bend metal. Use it in my own garage for mechanic, but again, I left it down in that pole shed and the motor got wet, so it barely turns if you plug it in. I got a smaller one in the garage. This camper, the people that dropped this camper off to me had a rental box van, and they came here and dropped it off in the dark and jackknifed it. I was yelling at them, but they weren't listening. It was two girls. This girl bought this to work at Adventureland Amusement Park in Des Moines for a season, and then she sold it to me, and I said, I lowballed her and told her she had to deliver it in hopes that I wouldn't get it, and she said she was bringing it. But I put Flexi Seal tape along the edges here. Flexi Seal, I sprayed it and then put tape to temporarily seal all that off. She got her good, about got the window. Thank you, veterans. But the roof, I put Flex Seal on there and Flex Seal tape to keep from leaking, but it still leaks around the AC. My snapper, the carburetor malfunctioned and put fuel in the oil. So that needs a carburetor work. In other words, it was like new when I bought it. And this Cub, that's a nice mower. Whoa, I almost fell down. This Cub Cadet's a pretty nice mower. I got it pretty cheap. I bought new tires for it and only put one on because that was the one that wouldn't hold air. I haven't gotten around nothing else. This used to have 2 fuel tanks on it. It's got a fuel line that runs underground and goes over to here. And this was a filter system, and it had a hose that comes off of here. There used to be a nozzle hanging here. I think it's over there somewhere. There's a nozzle with a hose. So I thought that was pretty cool. Grandpa used to fuel everything up right there at his garage. I sold those tanks. There's been auction companies came through here after her grandparents died. And then I've had scrappers come through here 2 or 3 times because it was more than I could handle. Got some Chevy truck brake line for sale if anybody wants any. But yeah, don't buy one of these mowers. It's an electric lawnmower. I use electric lawnmowers for my dog run. And I thought, why not buy a brand new, fancy, high-powered, highfalutin lawnmower, and I used it one season. I bent the blade because they're thin, and then I straightened that out, and then the next season I just started mowing with it and it quit working, and the come to find out the wire broke loose right in the epoxy on the motor. So I messed around trying to fix that, but in the meantime, I found a used one on the internet for $50 and I've been using it. I just parked this thing. I'm so mad at these guys. This thing is junk. As far as I'm concerned, you can't have a wire come loose after freaking hour and a half of mowing. That's the original mailbox, Ralph Rockwell. That's my wife's grandpa's name, Ralph. That's my flag. I put a magnetic sticker on there and never took off. It's a snowplow or a tractor ripped that off, and I just gave up. It's got the old address on it. They changed our address years ago. Still have the old fire tag to this house too. But there was this harrow. There's this harrow. I found this harrow over by that barn with a tree growing through it. And I had to cut the roots loose and everything for it, and using it on the driveway out here. I loosened up the gravel with it with the lawnmower. I found this on a garbage route. It just needed the bearing welded. I've had it for 20 years or more. Plenty of fence. If I get any loose animals, I'll just fence everything in. I need to catch a critter, catch a critter. But I hate throwing stuff away, like most people that are old men. Tried to get rid of the voles and stuff by running over it with this. But I didn't notice a whole bunch of difference. Dog fence. Old gas tank out of my truck. Another tire. I got tires everywhere around here I don't even know about. I think I'm going to cut this video off. I can't think of anything else. Really. Grandpa's old garage. Probably a cat. There's a cat. Trying out these 14-inch chromies. They'll be alright. But I'm going to send that to Idaho Hillbilly and Miss Kitty if I can get it stabilized in cardboard or something. It's an Indian made it, an actual Indian, French Indian made this. Here's the original fire tag from the house that was in the ditch. I found it laying in the ditch. That was already there. Some kind of a parts hook. But Grandpa left a bunch of tools here. He left a Victrola or a Edison wind-up record player. I tore it apart 10 years ago. Oh, here's something neat. You guys will like this. If I can get it open. This goes to the wind-up record player. It goes on your wind-up record player right in the middle of your album, and it dances. It's a dancing jig that goes in the middle of the record player, and there's another one under there, I'll bet. Yeah. How do you dig that? I got that water on it. Yep, that was me. Whoops-a-daisy. ADHD strikes again. Oh, speakers. But there's other dancing jigs under there, I see. I don't want to break them, so I don't want to dig them out. But Grandpa left a old, those are mine. Hole saws, hack saws, hole saws. I had a van full of tools, so sanding poles, Oh man. But her grandpa left a bunch of his stuff. That's the stuff her grandpa left and grandma left here. Old poison sprayer and another old poison sprayer and old pipe wrench and oh man, yeah, really old tools and I've just been a striker. Just leave it here, covered up with a Cruise to the Woods calendar or a poster from 2014. I don't know. Antique mirror, a mount to it. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Antique table. Bunch of RC magazines. Remote control trucks. Some antique ironing board. Let's see, the old streetlight. This trickle charger still works. It still works. I found that out in the pole shed. Electric chainsaw my dad gave me. It works, but the trigger's so hard my finger goes numb. So I bought a little 10 amp Sunjo. My Sunjo saw. See how organized I am. Mole traps. There's so many moles and so many cats, I don't even bother. Yep. I believe that's an old shoe shine kit brush. Nope, it's a horse brush. That is a horse brush. It says flexible. Wow. Just stuff you don't know what to do with, but I certainly ain't throwing it away, you know what I mean? I think all this is mine. Grandpa left stuff like old tools that don't work. Stuff the auction didn't get sold. I found a couple of these carburetors, or fuel filters, fuel bowl, fuel filter. Got another one over here. Right there. I know where everything's at, you guys. Don't tell me it's a mess. I know where everything's at. Thought I'd haul those in and sell them. I don't know what for. I just save stuff. I don't know what for. I got 2 boxes of these white trim nails, and I don't do siding anymore. Trim. I don't do anything anymore. Little speaker from when I worked in a factory at a soldering station. I just never know. Rolled copper wire, I don't know what that's for. I have things I don't even know I have, and I have no idea why I got them. That's the problem. Grandpa's. These are mine from grade school. I don't know why I keep things like that. I don't know. I just do. Oh, hey, it's time to take the flag out. Guess what? Summer's here. Let the unfurling begin. Oh, glory. Let's see if we can put her in here one-handed. Turn it so that the eagle is right. Yeah. There you go. As long as the wind is from the south and southwest and southeast, I will leave the flag up. This guy, I don't know. How you doing, man? Let's talk. Let's talk, brother. Come here. You're not depressed out here or nothing? That's hard to believe. That is hard to believe. You look at me when I'm not talking to you. He's a good dude, man. He's fully armed. Got himself a little airsoft 45. Oh, hey man, you're not cocked. Is he locked and loaded here? Let's see. Oh, whoa. Hey, you got no pellets in here, brother. How you gonna protect me with no pellets? Paddle? That's all right. I got you covered. You just keep a hold of this thing. You just keep your hold of that thing and relax, man. Yeah. He really does enjoy it out here, I think. He just camping out, dude. Hey, don't let people see that thing, man. They might think you're threatening. You don't look too well. I guess you do look a little bit threatening to me. I don't. Anyway, I built this table out of some of that wood out of the barn. Just threw up some 1x-cross supports and painted it. And then the paint came off and then I repainted it. Okay, I got a half hour in. I'm gonna cut it off and load it up and let you guys have some boring video to take a nap to. It's a beautiful, beautiful Iowa day. I'm talking blue skies and sunshine. Holy crap. 70 degrees, let's go Hawaii weather.